Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. I'm very glad you're here. This will be probably a shortish video, and it's all about after months in the planning or months of good intentions. The other day, I met Brenda Clark, aka the Simple Crafter, in the community in Camrose, where she lives. And anyway, it was one of those things where we didn't know each other than through YouTube, and yet, well, she at least has a mugshot associated with her channel, so I kind of knew who I was looking for. She said she was sitting in a van. We met in a parking lot, and I'm thinking, ooh, there are a lot of vans here. But anyway, I'm carrying a little bag of goodies, and then I see this woman get out of her vehicle, and she's got a bag of goodies. And we embrace, even though we're strangers, and proceeded to have a chinwag for a couple hours. And it was awesome. We managed to snag a booth at Tim Hortons, and it was quiet enough there that no one seemed to give us a stink eye as we opened our goodie bags. I think one of the things about getting Happy Mail sometimes is that we don't actually know the origin of the items that were given to us, what the intended use might be. We don't know the backstory. So we kind of decided, yeah, we're going to open our bags right then and there. And you get to see the other person's reaction, and you see them gush over something that you've given them, and you understand why perhaps you got it. So let me dig right into this. Oh, and I'll obviously have Brenda's name in the title, and I'll put a link to her channel in the description box. And anyway, yeah, let's get going. So this is one of those sort of, well, address books, I guess. Yeah, basically an address book. Friends and Family Organizer. Actually, I could go old school and actually use it to enter the names and addresses of YouTubers that I'm meeting and sending stuff to. But it's one of those cute books that has a lot of, imagery to fuzzy cut. So, and even these tabs are really cute. And calendar pages, like, this is good. I mean, I haven't flipped through it other than what I'm doing now, because honestly, it's been so busy. Look at those pansies. Although I think probably the bear is the focal point. Anyway, somebody's taking something out of here. And that's okay. Like, in this world of YouTube and journal making people, that's exactly what we would expect. So I'll set that aside. On my way to meet Brenda, I of course stopped at a couple of see, I'm just reaching into this bag, so it's probably going to be a little discombobulated. I was saying that I went to a couple of thrift stores, so I was actually able to reach into the back of my vehicle and give her some of the things that I now, or that I learned that she was looking for, like doilies. She gave me 4 pieces of wallpaper. And these are really cool. I can see uses immediately for these two. This can go in my black and white. This can probably still fit into my blush journal. And yes, I'm still working. Well, I haven't been working on those. I've been doing the push on the purple ones. I think that I have someone who's interested in the very first one, so I need to get my butt in gear and get that done. you know, it's very nice to meet someone in person because, of course, they sort of let their hair down. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Look at this. A bunch of trim on this plastic. Oh, here's where it's pinned, but a nice neutral. So it's gimp and a little bit of a tassel. So that is awesome because that would work in virtually any project. Yeah, I was saying people, I think, kind of let their hair down. You know, you don't have your maybe your YouTube manners totally in, you know, in effect. You can be a little more real. So that was really nice to see. I'll just set that there for the time being. This is one of those little punches. No, you can't. Let me see. Teeny weeny butterflies. Whoops. Where did those guys fall? They're so tiny. Make your own confetti. Oh, this one kind of got wrecked. So yeah, this is cute. Provo Craft is the brand name. And she gave me a couple of these little wood slices. And of course, they're, you know, they're too thick to use as a, you know, as part of a journal top or anything like that. But they could even, one of them could even be a coaster here when I'm bringing coffee to my desk. Anyway, she said, I think she said that she has decoupaged napkins on top of the wood, which is, I mean, would work perfectly. It's so smooth. And basically just uses that as a, you know, decoration in her space. Now, I think that, oh, these are bigger cards. I don't even know if I opened. Oh, no, they're not. We determined that they're not. They're regular size cards, but there are 2 decks in there. And because I, you know, I have an affinity for cards, I guess she does too. You know, this will go into my stash or get further shared with people. If we played half the games that are associated with decks of cards, we'd never have time to journal or to make journals. Now this is looks like a vintage set because you can see that these cards were well played. So there's this bunny on the one side, and I don't know, what is that? Oh, that's clover. Clover in bloom on the other. So, excuse me, when cards are this worn, you know that you don't really have to do any sanding or anything to make something adhere to them. So that is great too. Okay. Maybe let's do this. So of course, whoops, we sprung a leak here. That's okay. The envelope, of course, could always be used as a for a journal cover, or of course to store something in. So a few skeins of embroidery thread, which always comes in handy. Like I don't often use embroidery thread to sew in my signatures, but I certainly could. These are pages from a play, and it's French. So I love using foreign language book pages in my projects. And in fact, I don't know when you'll see this though, I am going to be a guest seller again with Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and Carol from Crinkled Path on May 16th. And so one of the things I'm bringing to the sale are packets of foreign language paper. So if you don't have access to a variety of languages and a variety of sizes and ages of paper, that might be something you'll be interested to see. This is obviously a gutted book, Journeys in Wonderland. I'm kind of surprised that she gave this once I found out that when I said, well, what are your favorite colors? She said red. Red was the first choice that she said, so I've had my red phase as well. These are some 6x6 cardstock papers, some atlas papers, and this is a cool size. I can't tell the age on that. And then an issue of, from 1994. So this is, what, 20 years, no, 30 years old? It's in perfect condition. So, of course, we know that National Geographic is sort of known for its photography. Hey, I don't know, do I want, maybe I don't necessarily want that skull, but, you know, I got a thing for body parts. Anyway, oh, I love sculpture. I will, you know, obviously look through this at my leisure. And then this is a piece of the New York Times from 1888. So I guess this was back in the day when people had better vision than we do now. Either that or it has been shrunk down to a size. It's darn near unreadable, but that's fine because that would make for a cool background either on cards or on a masterboard. So let me keep going here. I love this. Back in the day, so that would have been the 80s, I don't know if you remember Sears, of course, carried, you know, furniture. And I don't know, we must have been going through our French provincial phase because we had a French provincial bedroom suite. And of course, that was back in the day when you bought every single piece. So you bought the, excuse me, the bed, the nightstands, the dresser, what I call a chiffonier, a lingerie cupboard, you know, cabinet, the tall, skinny one. Oh, and of course, don't forget a cedar chest. Yeah, we still have those pieces. At one point when I was going through a phase, I chalk painted the lingerie cabinet. You know, I think it had 6 or 7 drawers. And like with sort of a shabby chic white. So, I mean, that is a lot of work. Anyway, long story short, we also had a French provincial living room suite. So, tufted, French provincial Chesterfield, or I guess some people say sofa, side chairs, not wing chairs, but what are those chairs called? Anyway, this is the exact upholstery that we had. So, like, I love this kind of stuff. And of course, we had matching tables as well. So, I guess Brenda must have been channeling the 80s for me. What else have we got here? A selection of papers. I like this. Of course, I like orange. And then there are some purpley ones here that I could probably use. Although, my goodness, if I don't have enough stuff for the purple journal already, I don't know who does. Journals, plural. I need to just bear down and get them done. Get them, do the flip throughs, do the show and, or the, list them and so on, and move on to the blush ones. See, I automatically start sorting by color. Then you kind of know what you have and where to put it. Anyway, these are papers that they're very textural. I mean, I think we've all seen or probably had papers like this that just add, you know, that extra bit of, I don't know, elegance, maybe is the word, to things that we are working on. So, oh, there's a polka dot. Okay, let me sort this right now, since I seem to be taking your time to do that. So this is like an alligator type. And now, the way I store papers now, well, or the way the direction I'm going, instead of sorting papers by their type, so in other words, cardstock, printed cardstock, handmade, mulberry. Now as I'm encountering these things, I'm bringing them together by color, because you don't think, or at least I don't think to myself, oh, I really need a piece of mulberry paper. No, I think I need a piece of blue paper. So it makes more sense for me to sort things by color. And I have some of those mesh bags, you know, those pouches, those zippered pouches. And actually, I just ordered a bunch more. So I can have a pouch per color and then keep organized that way. These are really sweet as well. I love birds, and why I haven't done a bird journal yet is beyond me. So these are actually postcards of some kind, 2013. So they're not particularly old, but they're so darn cute. You know, just to use as is. Whoops. That's a postcard as well. Love peonies. This could probably go in my blush journal. These are vintagey. These are all really nice. And as if that isn't, oh, before I get to that, when I went to the thrift store on the way to Camrose, I found 4 of these books. And I don't know about you, but I don't recall ever seeing a color like this in a cover. And they've got nice spines and they're in great shape. So I popped one into the bag that I gave Brenda. And I said to her, have you ever done a journal swap? She said, no, I haven't done one either. I said, well, are you game? Should we do it? And so we agreed. We sort of set out some parameters. I found a few things out about her. And so the other day during a hockey game, I gutted the book. So see, Brenda, I have started. One thing we couldn't agree on is what our end date was, because I think I told you that I have a surgery date coming up at the beginning of June, so I have no idea what shape I'll be in. But I did save the title pages from this book. We agreed on 3 signatures, and I gutted something else, and some of these things are working their way into it, and that's all I'm saying. Anyway, so look forward to that. I think we also agreed that we're not going to specifically film our process, although if you see me working on something, you may or may not see it show up in her project. And then we'll do a final flip through after we meet again to swap the journals. Now, oh, and I should apologize, Joan, if you are watching this. Initially, we were trying to do a 3-way meet. Joan lives in Red Deer, and she was going to be coming up this way. And basically I said to her, you know, once you know that you have a date in mind, please email me. Well, I guess she prefers Facebook. I prefer email. And so I was just a little sick to my stomach the other day when I did venture into Facebook and found that she had reached out at the beginning of April. And I, of course, didn't see it, didn't respond, and must seem like a dork to her. Anyway, so I don't know. It's one of those things. We each have our preferences about how we. maybe Brenda has to be our go-between or something. But yeah, hopefully one day we'll be able to talk about a three-way meeting. Anyway, and then wonder of wonders, she included a journal. Like, I certainly wasn't expecting that, and it is lovely. One thing I found out from her through a comment that she left on one of my videos is that she doesn't use digitals. I mean, other than the projects she does as a design team member. So that's an interesting concept all in its own. And, you know, I think it's really a challenge for, it would be a challenge for some people who rely heavily on digital kits and have the whole, you know, they print the whole kit and caboodle and they use every piece as intended. So anyway, so bit of lace here, a variety of papers. Edith Holden, gotta love that. Some dyed paper. I could practice my penmanship on that. Oh, this is another dyed paper that's obviously been done through a stencil. That was one of the first things I learned from watching Pam at the Paper Outpost. That's how she does a lot of her dyeing, is through stencils, or maybe, well, used to anyway, I don't know. And then this lovely thing. So I would say this is probably file folder. So a little bit of a collage there. Now I think, oh yes, so a scalloped edge. And she did say she loves grunge, so I can see why, you know, it's all inked. And there's a piece of paper here that goes in there. And a poppy. I love poppies. Oh my goodness, I love poppies so much. Oh, and this is, okay, what is this? Is this, this looks like it might be the top, like it could, maybe it's an envelope. And then this cute thing. Now, I've never used little corners like that. You know, they're stickers or something, but how sweet. Like the simplest little things, die cut, you know, greenery, a couple of flowers here. You probably can't see that, but there's like, I guess, a sticker along each side. And those little ivy vines across the top. And it's just so cute and so substantial. Notebook paper, a stencil. Now why does that seem so... It's got a little bit of a shine to it. I don't know how she did that. See, even though I sort of flipped through it there. A coffee dyed or tea dyed, whatchamacallit, envelope. More stenciled dyeing. A dyed doily. A page out of an old book. And then this is interesting. Now, I don't know if I've ever done this particular pocket, but it's cool because there's one cute little trim at the top. That's another good way to use up trim. 2, 3, and look at that little baby one. And then here, now I don't know. Oh no, that's glued down. And this is just a, you know, kind of a book page, maybe a bit on the shiny side, but perfect application here. And because they all have matching trim, it just creates kind of that nice staggered effect. Actually, a person could even get 4 pockets. I mean, there are 4 pockets there if a person wanted to put something in the 4th one. Grid paper, lined paper. This is probably, oh, This is, she did this, or somebody did this. It's textural. I can feel the little raised part there. See, even though we were eyeball to eyeball, I could have asked these questions if I'd have gone page by page. I was just so stunned to get a journal. Now this is sweet too. See, see, now I feel foolish for not having asked more questions. So that's a sticker, I guess. A little bit of bling. 3 little blings in a row. Not so sure about a platypus, to be honest, but hey. And a bunny, and there is a pocket as well. So, you know, I've said before that the value of buying or receiving a journal from somebody else is that you get to see, you have a real life model of other people's techniques and strategies and so on for doing pages. This is from obviously a field guide of some sort or a botanical book, so that's always nice. What, a ribbon? Not sure what that is. Got a bit of a shine to it. Probably not washi. This is cool. This is I don't know, is this just a paper bag? But because it's all creased, it's so cool. And then here's some page edging just done with some, looks like she would have colored, probably just with a blending brush or something, and Distress Oxide inks or some kind of ink. And then did this, you know, variegated page edging, which is really cool. Alberta Energy Regulator, grid paper. Looks like she maybe, oh no, that's just a picture. I was going to say maybe she reinforced that with a, I've never seen a doily like this with these solid bits here. That's cool. The back of that envelope, a little, oh, this is a tuck spoon. Whoops, this is oh no, it fits. That's cool. And you know, the simplicity of it. Just three ribbons, no, 4 ribbons on a piece of lace, a focal point, and you're done, baby, done. Yeah, this is all very cool. And then, of course, another Edith Holden, I mean the other side of that Edith Holden. And this, and then some mug shots. So that, I would say that's scrapbooking paper, lace, some bling, part of a doily. And I don't know, is this, I don't know if that's a die cut or another type of doily. Beautiful paper, embossed. Oh, and she's done some gilding wax around some of the corners to give it a little sparkle and shine. A tag. Stickles, I would say. See, I like to keep my stickles in the bottle where they're safe. Goofy. And this is, I guess, a piece of cardstock, which is really cute. A decorative grill work for a door. And that, my lovelies, concludes that. So, Brenda, I've gutted the book. I did some more work in secret during the hockey game last night. So, yeah, this was all wonderful. It was fun to meet you. You know, I think we all, well, I guess I'm speaking for myself, but I think it probably describes you as well. I mean, U, the universal U, is we have radar for spotting little colorful signs. So on the way into the meeting spot, I had seen this tiny little sign. And of course, it annoys me to the nth degree when people make posters with letters that are about an inch tall in, a relatively fine pen. And there's no way, even if you were a pedestrian, you'd have a hard time reading the damn thing, never mind being in a car, driving, or even have stopped at a red light. Anyway, I said to her, I saw that sign. The only thing I could make out was estate sale. Should we go scope it out? She says, I've never been to an estate sale in town. So we drive there like a convoy, pull over and park where it was safe. Of course, neither of us could read the sign. I said, okay, just wait here. I'm going to go and see what it says. So, of course, the thing was at least a week old. So, of course, we didn't go to an estate sale. But we did go to, it's been months since I've been in Camrose. Well, since last year, I guess, at some point. And I didn't know that one of the places that I used to go to has now merged with another place. Anyway, so we went in there and, we're a little, saw a wedding gown. Oh, they have the way they work it is everything has a colored sticker, and a certain color means a certain price. If it doesn't have a sticker, it means $1. Well, of course, I don't think we found anything for $1, but so there was this wedding gown, and I said to a staff person, I says, how much for the wedding gown? And it took 2 or 3 of them to figure it out. And anyway, they come back with $200. I'm thinking, OMG. And they said, but it's brand new. Well, hey, we're both married. No one needs a wedding gown to wear. So anyway, I ended up buying some jewelry there, which I guess you'll see in a jewelry haul. I mean, some beautiful pieces, but again, they were a little pricey. So I think the moral of the story is we score when we can score. And sometimes if we really love something, we pony up a little more. And anyway, all in all, it was a really fun, it was a good day for me, thrifting wise. And it was certainly a pleasure and a delight to meet Brenda and know that because we're doing this journal swap that, we automatically will meet again. And, who knows, maybe Joan will join us at that point. And it's just really nice to have a personality and another real life connection. I think most of us that are doing this are a certain age bracket where we still love the personal aspect. We didn't grow up in the digital world. We didn't grow up meeting and communicating via devices. And we still like to sit eyeball to eyeball and talk about a variety of things and do it over a cup of coffee and do it over some gifts for each other. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. So thanks again, Brenda, for the goodies you gave me. I cannot believe I got the journal. And we'll keep in touch, guys. Okay, bye-bye.